Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hi, my name is Kylie, also known as Fiendella here on the internet, and today I thought I would give you guys a little bit of a skincare routine video. This was suggested by a friend of mine, and I thought that this would be a great video that'd be a little bit quicker to make so that it would give me some extra time to finish editing my next declutter, so you can expect to see that coming up as well. If you are new here, make sure that you subscribe down below and make sure you hit the little notification bell if you want to know when I upload next. Leave me a like if you want to see more videos like this, and comment down below what you guys want to see me make next. So without further ado, I figured that I would show you guys everything in the order in which I would put it on my face. So to start with, I have makeup remover, and I have two different options here. The first one is the Estee Edit Dissolve the Drama, and this is a makeup remover and cleanser in one. This guy is discontinued, but it was made by Estee Lauder, and I find it to be pretty comparable to the By Facil, and I really enjoy it. And my favorite one, though, is the Pharmacy Green Clean. This is a balm, so it's a like firmer texture, and I use a little spatula, and you kind of just rub it all over your face and it melts away your makeup. I find it super effective, and this one is the cherry scent. It does come in a regular version as well, but I do really like the cherry one. So next I have cleanser, and I use two different cleansers, but I don't use them at the same time. Since I wear a lot of makeup, when I do wear makeup, I always do two-step cleansing. So I'll take my cleansing balm or makeup remover, and then I will also wash my face after. And so I always use my Clinique Sonic brush. This has the sensitive skin brush head on it, and I love this thing. The charge lasts forever, and you just keep it in your bathroom and you just plug it in like that. And I charge it overnight, and then it's good for another month or so. And I just squirt my cleanser right on there, and then if you turn it on, it'll go for a full minute, which is how long you should be washing your face for. And it's really good for gently exfoliating, and then also making sure it gets really good into your pores to remove any makeup that you missed from your makeup removers. So I love that. Now, the first cleanser that I've been using for a really long time, and it might be kind of cringy to some people because, you know, it's a bit more controversial among the skincare community, but I find this works really well for my skin, and that is the oil-free acne wash from Neutrogena. This is the bigger bottle that you can get, and I'll take one pump of this onto my Sonic brush, and it works really well. It can dry out my skin because I do already have dry skin, and so lately I've been using it one day on, one day off, and when I'm not using that guy, I use the Glam Glow Gentle Bubble, and this is a conditioning face wash, and so I find this one to be super gentle, super moisturizing. It doesn't strip my skin at all, and so I like to alternate between the two of them so that my skin doesn't get too dried out, but I'm still using the acne face wash so that I don't break out. So after I do my cleansing in the shower, I will do a mask. So I alternate my masks as well. I only use this guy when I'm having a breakout or some kind of irritation, and that is the Origins Out of Trouble 10-minute mask to rescue problem skin. And I find this guy super effective when I have a breakout. It makes it less inflamed, it brings down the redness. If you have cystic acne, like I'll sometimes get along my jaw, this guy makes it a lot less painful. It gives it kind of a cooling sensation as well. And I see a really huge difference when I use this. I only use it as a spot treatment because I find that it will dry out my already dry skin. And so I'll just take my finger and kind of place it wherever I have a blemish. And I find this super effective in helping to get rid of them. And when I'm not using that guy, I love, love, love my Glam Glow Thirsty Mud. I used to use the face wash that they had of this as well, but unfortunately they discontinued it. I've used probably about 4 bottles of the cleanser before they got rid of it, and this is their mask. It smells exactly the same, which I love. Has a really nice sweet scent. And this is just a super, super, super moisturizing mask. Sometimes if my skin is super, super dry, I'll actually apply this kind of like an overnight mask. So I'll put on a really thin layer all over my face and I'll keep it on all night and rinse it off in the morning. And I love that. Or I will just use this as a normal mask, and I'll do a like reasonably thick layer all over, and I'll leave it on usually for like half an hour, and then I'll wash it out. And it makes a huge difference on my skin. I get a lot of dry, flaky skin around my mouth, around my nose, in the center of my forehead, and this makes a huge difference immediately after. So I really recommend that if you have dry skin. I also find that it soothes any breakouts that I do have. It'll make it a little bit less inflamed, a little less painful. So I do love that guy. And then after that, I will apply my moisturizer or an oil, but I haven't been into oils as much now that winter's over, but in the winter I will use an oil, and I definitely don't mind making a winter skincare routine when winter comes back around. But I love the Clinique Dramatically Different Moisturizing Lotion. This guy is empty. There's a tiny bit at the bottom that I can't get at, so this guy is done for me. I've been using this for like 2 years, and it's just a really nice moisturizer. That's all it is. It's really simple. It does what it says it's gonna do, which is moisturize, and I've never had any issue with breakouts or clogged pores using it. So if you have sensitive skin, I really recommend using that guy. And right now, since I've finished with that, I switched to the Tony Moly Black Tea Moisturizer. It kind of reminds me of the Clinique. It has a bit of a scent, but I find that the green tea in it does a really good job at helping reduce inflammation, which sometimes I need if I do have a cyst on my face. I really like this. I just recently started using it, but I have noticed that it does really good things for my skin, and same as with the Clinique, it does moisturize my skin both out clogging my pores. And the Tony Moly is, it's either Korean or Japanese. I think it's Korean though, and they do their skincare really well in Korea and Japan. Just all the whole continent of Asia has really great skin. So I think that's why we have a huge thing for Asian beauty products. But Tony Moly is pretty affordable. And then after that, I use the Ordinary Lactic Acid 10% plus HA. They have 2 versions of this. They have the 10%, and I think they also have a 5%. I had been using lactic acid beforehand. I used to use the Sunday Riley Good Genes lactic acid cream, and I really enjoyed that, and I saw a huge improvement in my skin. And so since I was already familiar with lactic acid, I went for the 10%. But if you've never used any chemical exfoliants or lactic acid products, I'd probably recommend starting with the 5% and then work yourself up to the 10% if you want to. But I really love that. I don't use it every day. I'll use it probably about 3 times a week, and I see such a huge improvement with it. I get a lot of clogged pores on my nose or right here, just basically in my T-zone in general. And sometimes I'll get little blackheads around the side of my mouth, and I find that this does a really good job at preventing that. And I've been seeing a huge improvement with any like acne scars I have along my jaw, because that's where I always break out because God hates me. But I really like that, and I think it's only like $6, and it's just really good. It was out of stock for the sale, but I don't think you're allowed to use the discount on the Ordinary products because they're already so inexpensive. But I'm definitely going to be picking up a backup of this because I never want to be without it. And sometimes I will put it on before moisturizer, but I like to use it after if my skin is being a bit more sensitive, because it kind of dilutes it a little bit as opposed to putting it right on your skin before any moisturizer or anything like that. So that's just a little tip. If you have more sensitive skin, maybe put your moisturizer on first and then put lactic acid on, but I'll kind of alternate between it depending how my skin is. If you just make sure that you wear sunscreen if you're going to use it. I find that it will sensitize your skin a lot more to the sun. So if you're going to be out in the sun, just make sure you put a lot of sunscreen on your face, like a good at least SPF 30, just so that you don't get a sunburn or anything like that. That's like my biggest skincare tip, is to make sure that you wear sunscreen. Don't go sun tanning because it ages you. Like, trust me. Then this is the thing I'm most excited to tell you guys about, because this is more of a recent find. I mean, I have no regrets, and that is the Juice Beauty Blemish Clearing Serum. I keep this in the box because it has a clear glass bottle, and I don't want the sun to mess it up at all, because sometimes if your skincare comes in a clear bottle, the sun can degrade the ingredients, all of your active ingredients in your skincare. So I do recommend not leaving them right on your vanity. Put them in a dark drawer or keep them in their boxes if they have a clear bottle. But this is huge. I just used this as a spot treatment, and I've been using this for a while, and you can see how much is still left in there. But just for reference, this is the serum, and this is the lactic acid, and this is about twice the size. Actually, it's exactly twice the size. This is 30 mils, this is 60, and I love this. Honestly, I put it on a cyst that I was getting right here. I put it on at night, and I woke up in the morning, and it was drastically smaller. It wasn't as red, it wasn't as angry and sore, and this is honestly like a miracle. I've never had a spot treatment work as well as this, for real. Obviously, skincare works differently on everybody, but for me, this is a miracle, and I will repurchase this even at full price, and it is a bit pricey. Juice Beauty is a more expensive brand for skincare, but it is worth it, and I will probably have this forever because I do use it as a spot treatment just where I have pimples. So you don't use a lot of it when you are using it, which is amazing. I have my eye cream. This is just a little guy, but this is the SK2 Radical New Age Eye Cream, and it's a really nice whipped texture. I got this to replace my Perricone MD eye cream that I was using for a really long time, and I really like this. It's super moisturizing underneath my eyes, and I do notice a difference when I don't use it versus when I do. In the mornings, I feel like my eyes aren't as puffy because I do get really puffy eyes. Like, even right now you can see that my eyes are kind of puffy. I've contemplated getting filler there so it's not as obvious, but you know, that's a whole another video. But I do really like this eye cream. I also use it on the lids of my eyes because I sometimes get dry up there, and I do really like it. And then for my lips, because I think a lot of people neglect their lips when they're doing skincare, and I think that you should start incorporating it as part of your nighttime routine, and that is the Bite Beauty Agave Plus Nighttime Lip Therapy. It comes in a little pot like this, and it is a lip mask that you put on when you go to bed. You keep it on all night, and you wake up with super, super smooth lips, and I love this. The only thing I don't like is that obviously it is a pot, so you need to stick your finger right in there, but I don't mind. I have, I think, 2 backups of this. I got it in a little Christmas set for super cheap. It came with their lip balm, a lip mask, and then this nighttime lip mask, and I love it. Honestly, I think that it is so amazing. But that is everything that I use on my skin. Obviously, sometimes I cycle through products. I have a whole drawer downstairs full of skincare that I can use once all this stuff is gone. Some of these things are stuff that I repurchase over and over and over again, and some stuff I like to experiment with a bit. I don't have super sensitive skin, so it's not a huge thing for me to play with different products, unlike people who have extremely sensitive skin who need to consistently use these same things all the time. So I am a bit lucky in that way. Obviously, you know, patch test these if you do want to try and pick any of them up, just so that you don't put something all over your face that's going to end up giving you a rash. I recommend obviously testing a little bit on your arm or even just a small piece of your face instead of putting it all over right away, just to make sure that you're not going to have a bad reaction. But that is all of my skincare. Let me know down below what you guys want to see from me next. I love hearing feedback from you guys about videos that you want to see. Obviously, I do this because I really enjoy it, but I also do it because I want you guys to enjoy the content that I make. So let me know down below. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and make sure that you hit the subscribe button down below so that you can be part of my little family on the internet, and make sure you ring the little bell icon so that you can be notified when I do post. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you guys next time. Bye!